how to become wealthy, the complete blueprint that I learned from billionaires and multimillionaires out there, right? So, number one, very valuable. Just sit tight, take notes, and follow this, and you will eventually become billionaire, millionaire in next 10 years. Number one, you need to create systems. Creating system meaning that you make business and that generate pure cash flow. So cash flow and asset flow is different thing. People focus on assets, but real money is in cash flow businesses. So there are different avenues that you can use to create cash flow positive businesses. There are three most important thing which you need to learn. First is product business. Product business is basically you are selling products such as clothes, laundries, you are selling skincare products. There are many products out there. All those are direct to consumer, which is also called D2C. You can sell it to consumers, the product, and get paid for it. That's product business. Second is service based business. Service based business is you are giving your sweat equity or time instead of cash. So it is high margin but also requires time. So it can be landscaping, it can be digital marketing agency, it can be different avenues that you can provide services to businesses as well, like CRM softwares, SaaS companies. All those companies are service based business. You can integrate AI automations, AI agents for businesses. So it's B2B and also B2C, depends on which industry you tap into. Third is digital product. Digital product is basically you are making courses, ebooks, communities. You are selling access to the people through communities in crypto space or different space you want to get into. Depends on you what you want to do. But in digital product, the time commitment is only once. You need to build a product only once. Maybe you need to give few hours and then you can sell it lots of time, multiple times to many people out there and infinitely. So that's why content is one of the biggest pillar in this. Digital product has 80 to 90% margin, even 100% margin if you are doing by your own. So that's why there are three avenues: product business, service business, and digital product. Now coming to what most people get wrong is business is basically you are getting out of the business and still business should run. That's what real businesses are. Most people build business and it's just a side hustle that they do, and it is more time consuming. You don't have location freedom, you don't have time freedom. That's you get trapped in this cycle of building businesses but you are working in it. So that's not a good way to do a good business, because you have been locked in your own business and without you the business won't run. That's why you need to bring in operators who are better than you and who knows business, who knows what they are exactly doing, the skill that you want, and instead they will help you build businesses and you can take your time off. Business is running on the back end. So there are few leverages that you can use in this domain. First is you can run codes, machine will do all the work for you, heavy lifting for you. AIs you can use. Second is you can create labor. You bring in many people working for you, that's employees, that's called labor. Labor is old school, you can leverage that. Capital you can allocate. These are the few leverages you can use. Number two, multiplication. Multiplication is where you multiply your wealth, multiply your money. So creating system is basically you are playing 0 to 1 game. Real wealth is created when you start multiplying your wealth through trading, through investment vehicles such as cryptos. You can go through equities, stocks, commodities. All those billionaire, all the multi-millionaire trade either in commodities, either in stocks, and new millionaires are formed through trading cryptos. So you need to get in early, get the deals in the back end, get the private equity deal flows, and that's where you make 1 to 1000x. And this is a skill that one needs to learn. So this is a second skill that if you are really good at it, investing, you can change little bit of money to exponential wealth. That's where you take asymmetrical bets in life, funding small startups which you see a potential in, and then let the money grow itself, and money works to multiply money. That's where the real wealth is created, multiplication, and it's one of the greatest skill. Trading is one of the skill that if you can understand it, you get the good cash flow and trade your money, multiply your money, and that's where you play the big boy game. Yes. Now the third game is preservation. Preservation meaning that you need to preserve your wealth, because these millionaires or billionaires have lots of money. So in order to prevent people knowing them, they make offshore accounts, make their trust funds to preserve their wealth, and they don't want to pay taxes because the amount they earn is a lot. So the capital gain tax for them is very high. That's why these people build and be silent as much as possible. In this stage, you need to be either off grid meaning you need to be silent and be very selective of knowing or showing your face to the public, because a lot of attacks can happen to you. So in this stage, you basically make yourself off grid, or if it is not possible, make a lot, be in as much as grid possible. So grid meaning multiple locations, multiple countries. You need to have multiple passports and escape the system, and make multiple bank accounts, multiple driving license, multiple offshore accounts. That's how you preserve the wealth, by building your company and letting that company be owned by other companies, trust funds, offshore bank accounts. So you don't own anything, everything is owned by your trust fund, and at the back end you are the one controlling the trust fund. So you need to make multiple layers of trust funds, multiple layers of offshore accounts, so you preserve your wealth. And this is very important part, because all those millionaire don't own anything, everything is owned by their trust funds, which is generation wealth. This is how you become wealthy. Master these three things, which is a complete blueprint to become wealthy, and very valuable thing. And if you can understand it, implement it, you'll become a billionaire or multimillionaire at least. So thank you. If you stayed along, do like, subscribe, and put your notifications on.